So house hacking and renovations, such a powerful way to improve your house hacks, the value end of it, but also from the rentability standpoint. Today we'll talk about forced appreciation on your house hacks, how to analyze the best and highest use, and how these strategies can catapult your wealth and accelerate your returns. So just like home flippers, you can increase the value of your house hack properties by making improvements and remodeling. The difference? You're not selling it. We house hack it. So first off, what is forced appreciation? Forced appreciation is just a fancy way of saying remodel or rehab. It's forcibly or proactively increasing the value of a property through renovations and improvements. The underlying goal is to elevate the property's worth, but not just increasing the property's value, but at the same time bringing it to its best and highest use. And this is in both the resale market and also the rental market. Best and highest use is kind of self-explanatory, but it's when you're figuring out what to do with the renovations that will give it the best and highest value. This is super relevant in the world of flipping properties because after the flip is done, the investor will look at what its best and highest use is. Is the return higher to sell it today? Is the resale market good? Or are the returns on investment better to actually rent the property out and wait to sell the property later on? So there's what that is. Now, as a house hacker, there's a little bit of a different process to this. Because it's your primary residence and already have the intent to rent it out afterwards, you can make upgrades and renovations that are tailored towards overall quality, like new floors, paint, and cosmetic stuff, or tailored towards increasing rent or the rentability of the property. Some examples are smart features, smart home features, like smart thermostats, smart locks on all the doors, the new MyQ garage door opener, where you can see and control the whole thing from your phone, motorized window shades. I mean, the list goes on. Or you can do a mix of both, quality for resale, some of those features that you would use for increasing the rentability. So with this in mind, although the intent is to rent the property out, this is where you look at the best and highest use. Maybe after the renovations are done, it might make more sense to sell. If you remember from a month or so ago where I talk about house hacking on steroids, instead of selling after year one, you can enjoy that property and the work that you've done to the property, live in it for another year, and sell after year two to avoid those short-term capital gains. Either way, whether moving out and renting makes more sense or selling after 2 years makes more sense. The good news, you have options. So with all this in mind, what is the best way to get to that point? Here's my absolute favorite strategy that I've come across. It kind of dips into a little bit of both scenarios. So let's say you find a nice 2-bed, 1-bath for $200,000. You purchase that property with a 5% down payment, which comes out to $10,000 down. This place has a decent sized unfinished basement, also has plumbing for a bathroom, plus enough space for an additional bedroom. You decide to finish the basement and it takes 8 months. Add another living space down there and also add another bedroom and bathroom. We'll say this all costs roughly around $25,000. Now all of a sudden, your old 2-bed, 1-bath house hack is now a newly renovated 3-bed, 2-bath with a finished basement. So it took you 8 months to do that. Now you're on month 9 and you're getting ready to house hack this whole thing out. This is where we look for the best and highest use. So similar 3-bed, 2-bath properties in your area are currently selling for $275,000. Your $25,000 investment in renovations has given you a $75,000 boost in your property value. That's a 200% return on your investment just on the renovations. Plus, you have your $10,000 in equity from your down payment still in that property. Another factor to consider here before we continue is if you remember where we talk about refinancing or that cash out refinance, this could also be an option depending on where the market is at that time. If you need to keep 20% in that property when you do a cash out refinance on $275,000 in home value, you would then keep $55,000 in equity in that home when you do that cash out refinance. When you do this, you're able to pull out the difference of what's left over after your initial loan is paid off, which was $190,000. $200,000 property, $10,000 down, your loan amount was $190,000. So $190,000 plus $55,000 that are staying in the property comes out to $245,000, meaning off of a refinanced value of $275,000, you would be able to pull out $30,000 in a cash out refi scenario, which if you think about it, you are getting back almost your full $35,000 that you had invested in that property, including your down payment. In simple terms, you just bought this $275,000 home almost for free and you still own it. Anyways, this is getting a little long. I'm going to start to wrap this up here. With the addition of that extra bedroom and bathroom, your house hack property now offers 3 rentable bedrooms instead of 2. This will increase your rent, especially if you're renting out your house hacks by the bedroom. And let's forget about the cash out refi for a minute and say you decided to move out and just house hack this property, because this is the best part. While your property's value has increased by a whopping $75,000, you are still only paying that original mortgage based off of a $200,000 value or a $190,000 loan balance. You now have a 3-bed, 2-bath that is renting out as a 3-bed, 2-bath worth $275,000 with the same original mortgage. If you're upset about where rates are today and think that the payment is way too high, in this exact scenario, you're getting almost a 28% discount on your payment each month because you have a $275,000 property and you're only paying a mortgage on a property based off of $200,000. The bank isn't upset. They're getting paid back what they were owed. So don't just work the system, but work with the system. Think of it as if you are in a partnership with the bank and the government, not rivals. Everyone can benefit if you play your cards right. So that about wraps it up. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you found any value in this video, please like and subscribe. We post these videos twice a week on everything house hacking. So thank you guys again. I appreciate it so much. We'll see you guys next time.